yesterday, I chatted with former Attorney General Eric Holder at the NAACP Convention, where he addressed the delegates there, and we talked about a variety of issues, including his successor at the Justice Department. Here's our conversation. First and foremost, you enjoying, well, we can't call it retirement.
No, I'm not. No, I didn't retire. I just switched jobs, you know. So no, I'm working on the redistricting effort with the president, speaking out about issues that matter to me. So no, it's not retirement.
I don't think a lot of people, I mean, when they hear redistricting, it's a big word, but the reality is it impacts us from the national level, state level, local level, every single race.
Yeah, no question about that. I mean, this notion of how districts are drawn and whether or not you have competitive races has an impact on the policies that you see made at the state level, at the federal level, and it impacts people's lives on a day-to-day basis. You know, you look at some of these state legislatures that are gerrymandered, and they come up with these crazy gun laws, these anti-choice laws, these voter suppression laws. And if you had more representative state legislatures, you wouldn't see, I think, these kind of extreme laws.
You also, when it comes to this, you also are dealing with, again, political decisions. So elections have consequences. As you look at your successor, you've had some very tough words. A lot of the decisions that have been made, especially with criminal justice reform, telling prosecutors, oh no, prosecute to the fullest degree when it comes to low-level drug offenses. It has to be disheartening to see that.
Yeah, it's disturbing, it's disheartening, and it's also inconsistent with what I think is in the best interest of the American people, the Justice Department, and our criminal justice system. I think people have to remember that there was widespread support for the reforms that we put in place in the Obama administration, from liberals, from conservatives, from Republicans, and from Democrats. And there's really just a small minority of people who are against those reforms. Unfortunately, one of those people happens to now be the Attorney General of the United States.
How do you get people to realize that they can't be quiet, that their voice does indeed matter? And even African Americans, who I keep saying, look, you can't take the next 4 years off.
Right. No, I mean, I think that's exactly right. People have to understand that an aroused and focused American people who express their views can have an impact on policy. What we've seen in this healthcare debate, you know, the Republicans are not getting what they want, I think in large part because the American people, through these town hall meetings, through the way in which they've expressed their opposition to these really draconian, extreme Republican healthcare measures, have seen they don't have that kind of support. And they understand that it's a political consequence if they do these things, that they'll have to face these voters. And so people need to identify the issues that matter to them, need to express their views, need to be active. You can't sit back and think that you can wait till 2018 or 2020. You need to be active right now in 2017.
How would Attorney General Eric Holder react if he had to serve under a president who constantly undermines his job as Attorney General? The way Trump is with Sessions. I mean, that has to be insulting to be the AG, and you're going, really?
Yeah, I can't even begin to imagine what that's like. President Obama and I shared a worldview. He supported the Justice Department when that was appropriate. He also understood that there were times when the Attorney General had to act independently. He respected that. I can't even begin to imagine what that's like to have a president say the kinds of things that I've seen President Trump say about Attorney General Sessions. I just don't understand it.
Presidents talk to former presidents. Can you imagine one day getting a call from Jeff Sessions saying, Eric, you got any advice for me?
He knows my number. You know, give me a call. You know, there's kind of an informal fraternity, not quite a sorority, but fraternity, where people.
You got one sorority member.
One sorority member, but just one. Who and we do talk. You do share information. Attorney General Ashcroft, for instance, a person who I talk to every now and again. And you know, if Attorney General Sessions wanted to talk about anything, yeah, I'd be more than glad to speak with him. Because I feel for him in certain ways. I disagree with him vehemently about some of the policy things that he's done, but I feel for just kind of personally for what the situation he finds himself in.
All right, we appreciate it. Well, thanks for always returning my phone calls.
All right, good seeing you.
Weekdays on TV One.
I will never lie to you.
Oh my God.
Roland Martin.
He doesn't want to talk to us. He wants to ignore us.
Uncensored.
Hell no. That ain't gonna cut it, boo.
Unapologetic.
No, that is fundamentally false. You are wrong.
Unfiltered.
He wants an America where we all look alike. He ain't talking about black people.
Unrelenting.
You better go work out. because you got a fight on your hands.
News 1 Now with Roland Martin. Weekdays at 7 a.m. on TV 1.